What's the deal, YouTube? We're back with the weekly Xbox Beastfire podcast. And first, I'd like to say thank you to you guys. It's something new that I came up with, so to get a different couple of different people within the community, Xbox fans, PlayStation fans. I'm more say I guess Xbox guys, but you can be a Sony dude with me. But I'm gonna put together a new podcast besides the usual suspects from BGST, Xbox fan. Oh, besides BGST, and you guys are loving the show. I'd like to give a shout to my brother from another mother, white boy, my favorite white boy. Crap used to be my favorite white boy. Diller's not my favorite white boy. My man, Diller Gamer. You can shout yourself out, Diller.
What's going on, fellas? Mm-hmm. The Rapinator from yesterday.
Yeah, the Rapinator. I got my brother from across the my woe from across the pond. My man, Dealer. I'm sorry, Dean. Dean destroyed him Jabari yesterday. Man, shout yourself out, Dean, man.
Yeah, what's up? What it do?
I got a new guy on the show today. My man here is All Day. Where you from, All Day?
San Diego, California, baby.
San Diego, California, and I got my man Game. Are you here, Game?
What's up, guys? Xbox is the best box.
All right, where you from? Where you coming from, Game?
Netherlands, represent.
The Netherlands. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so anyway, we're going to start the show. Get right down to it. Dealer, you were just telling me something about a developer and the Xbox behind the scenes. So we can start off with what's going on with this developer and as far as the new Xbox One or whatever the case may be.
Well, I brought it up because you had, of course, made a video today talking about a developer embracing the newest Xbox platforms, PlayStation platforms. More power is better. There are no drawbacks. They're all sharing x86. You just port them over, optimize, and it takes very little time. And a lot of people are saying that people do not like new, more powerful consoles. People are saying developers do not want it, and that's just not the case. One developer has spoke up against it that I know of, and more than that have said opposite. So basically, you had talked about one earlier. This was a different one I covered a few days ago, maybe a week ago on the channel.
Okay.
From a studio called Brainy Studios, and this guy basically said he's all for it. Basically, he there's no drawbacks for him. It's only easier to get the performance he wants. They don't have to spend as much time optimizing. As long as they get to their target, they can do it quicker, and he just wants easier certification as well. But we don't know if we want that easier certification. It's easier to slip in bugs and underperforming games that way. But I do agree with him on the higher hardware spec.
Well, because some guys were saying that the members of BGST that developers weren't on board with this, man. They're my brothers there, man. But some of them a little old school, saying that developers are not on board with these new hardware. You know what I mean? And again, they were saying it'd be more money for them to develop newer the same games, whatever the case may be. But like I told Crab Mooch and those guys, this talking to them on the show BGS period. Without me saying too much, and I know I say this a lot, and it's a broken record, but some of you guys are new to my channel, or whatever the case may be, but I always say that you'd be surprised who watches, your channel or your videos. YouTube is the #1 place in the world for video games, anything, advertising, anything the case may be. This how we never had this format before, this platform before that the developers can directly interact with their fans or from social media, whatever the case may be. So they're looking at our videos, seeing if we like their games, what we don't like, what we do like, or whatever the case may be. But again, like I said, you have about five or six major players in the industry. You got the Activision, the Ubisofts, the EAs, the Rockstars, and maybe I'm forgetting one or two, but whoever the case. But those are like the big guys. And if, like I said, they're not complaining. Like I said, when Microsoft and Sony, not so much Nintendo, because I remember Bethesda slammed them about the Wii. That's why their games didn't come out on the Wii U, or they're releasing the games for their platform. They said Nintendo just say, hey, this is our hardware. What can you do with it? And Microsoft and Sony, they don't do that. They say, hey, this is what we're working on. What do you guys think? Prime example, when Microsoft was developing the Xbox 360, and they already was in cahoots and talking to Epic, and Epic brought them this idea. This is the game working. Of course, that was Gears of War, and Microsoft said, hey, this is our hardware. What can you do with it? And they went back and told Microsoft, hey, this is our vision. We need a little bit more RAM, and that's why Microsoft doubled the RAM and the Xbox 360. And that was thanks to Epic. You know what I mean? So like I said, we're just now hearing about this quote unquote up to date hardware. But trust me, EA and these guys, they've been had their hands in the deck. They've been to sit down with Microsoft and Sony and whoever. They've been and had these conversations. You know what I mean? So this is what they, like I said again, they're still x86. You know what I mean? You heard Microsoft come out and praise the what's the Universal UDP, Universal Platform, whatever the case may be. They can just make one game and scale it up, or you can scale it down to one platform. That's Microsoft. That's what they're doing on the software side. Now, Sony, I don't know what they're doing, whatever the case, but as far as Microsoft, how you say they're trying to kingpin take over the industry, developers can just make one game on Windows 10, and it'll walk across all their devices. Either you scale it up or scale it down. You know what I mean? So, like, again, it's not that big of a deal. And also, too, it's not that they're making games, well, I should say, for more hardware, because they're not really making games for the 360 and the PS3 anymore. So you still basically have two platforms for Microsoft, two platforms for Sony. Before you had the PS4 and the PS3, the Xbox One and the Xbox 360. Now you're gonna have the PS4, vanilla PS4, and the PS4 Neo, the Xbox One and the Xbox 1.5, whatever it's going to be called. They're still making two games for two consoles. I mean, one game for two platforms. That hasn't changed. But like I said, if you've seen articles coming out where they're complaining, then it's an issue. And again, like I said, I read something from somebody in the industry. And according to them, not according to them, according to Sony, and if you want your game to be certified on their platform, that you have to support the base mode and quote unquote the Neo mode. I mean, some people are saying, they're putting out, no one's going to take it. They're going to put on the console and not take advantage of the hardware. That's the craziest shit in the world. And a developer told me, hey, what the hell are you guys smoking on VGM? What are these guys smoking? Like, developers are artists. You understand what I'm saying? They like to push the boundaries. You know what I mean? And it's actually easier for them. This is what was told to me. I'm not talking about some little indie people that making Octodad. I'm talking about the big boys. You know what I mean? Like, there's no pushback from them. What do you feel about this, Dave? What are your thoughts?
Well, it's definitely needs to be pushed forward. It's going to happen. Like, they have this extra power there. They're going to take advantage of it. You're right. Developers, they kind of don't like weak consoles. They don't like to be held back. They like to push it as far as they can. And they do see this generation of consoles as kind of a hindrance. They're making their money, of course, but if they had it their way, they want a lot more power. And when they get that power, they're going to do something with it.
Good point. Actually, I didn't think about it this way, that it's actually a hindrance to them when they have to shoehorn shit in. There's more work for them. When they got more power to do shit with, it's actually easier for them, and it cuts back on development time, and costs. When you got to fully optimize it to get it to, just say 1080p or whatever it's going to be, and then, it is harder for them. My man here, you're new to the show. Let's get your thoughts in here. All day. What do you feel about this period? About these new consoles? Are you on board? You're not on board? Like, what do you feel? The audience never heard from you before, so give me your thought.
Basically, my thought is like, I'm all on board for it, dude. Like, I sit here and I buy games all the time, and it's like, I still haven't been wowed by anything this generation at all.
Okay.
Like the first time going in and playing Gears of War on a 360, bro.
My man.
Gears of War on 360, I rented it from Hollywood Video back in the day, and I popped in, like, man, I was blown away. I mean, I haven't had that experience yet.
My man, you found out you stole my Lego. I've been saying this shit all for a couple shows in the BGST, like I have yet to get that old shit with this generation. But okay, finish, bro. So, So, like, what else? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm on board with it, man. I want them to move forward with it. I feel like it will come. I think Sony's releasing it this year, right?
Oh, we don't know. I mean, bro, we don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? The rest of that's the word around the campfire. That they will be releasing.
Because didn't Phil say something about he wanted to have an upgradable hardware for the Xbox?
Well, he said that. Actually, let me go back to the actual. I have it right here on my screen. This is what these are quote. This is actually from Phil when they first started talking about new consoles or upgraded consoles. This is from Phil. He said here, I quote, um, he said, "You'll actually see us come out." Hold on, close this box here. He said, "You'll actually see us come out with new hardware capability during a console generation, allowing the same games to run backwards and forwards compatible because we have a Universal Windows application running on the top of the Universal Windows platform that allows us to focus more and more on the hardware innovation without invalidating the games that run on that said platform." So he was saying, even like during the console generation, you're going to see, people must come out with new hardware. This is coming from Phil. Like,
Right.
you're not just going to say that for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I think he said not a fan of the Xbox 1.5, maybe he just said that for marketing issues. Like he didn't want to say the name of it. He's going to call it something else.
I just think that it's not saying that he's not a fan of the Xbox. He's saying he's not. He wants a big elite, not a small one.
Right.
So the next Xbox, like the PS4, it's not rumored, but going by these specs, is 4 teraflops plus, which is we're talking about 3 times more powerful, 3.5 times more powerful than the Xbox One. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he's saying that's a big step up, because the Xbox One is 1.3 teraflops, the PS4 is 1.8, and the PS4 Neo or PS4K is 4 teraflops plus. 36 CUs, it's going to be using Polaris, it's a big step up, And people keep talking about, I seen one guy, I just did a video about it, some guy was talking about, but they're using the same shitty CPU. Let me tell you guys something again. The most game engines, or not even most game, not even so much most game engines, they use a GPU, which means is whatever the CPU can handle, that the GPU will kick in and take over. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And again, they're saying that Sony can't make the goddamn console. Like that's what they do. They are a hardware company. The fact that they can have that powerful console with the power supply inside the box, that's telling you something. I just think as gamers, don't get me wrong, we get this whole console war thing that's going on.
Right.
I get it, but sometimes we say shit and just sound like you sound foolish. I don't have the patience for this shit. Like, you bucking. Just give them their props. Like, we all, even though I do prefer the Xbox One, don't get me wrong, I bleed green, whatever the case, but I give credit what credit is due. That's to even scoff and say that 4 teraflops was not a nice step up. Like, Jesus, look at, I don't know what you would say the best looking game is on the PlayStation 4. Some people may say Uncharted 4, some people may say The Order 1886, but that was achieved with 1.8 teraflops. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you got 4 teraflops plus. Could you imagine what they're going to be able to achieve with that?
Yep.
Man, that's the thing too. Like, I'll get, I've had my battles with PC guys, right? But I'll talk about this new Neo having the equivalency of a GTX 970, just about, or actually more if the rumors are correct.
In a closed environment.
And that's a $350 GPU, and of course it's a closed console, way less overhead when it comes to the OS. And PC guys are like, well, teraflops with this chip compared to that chip, it's not the same. Shut the fuck up. A teraflop is a teraflop.
Right.
It's a measurement of compute power for a device. Okay, so 4.2 teraflops. If that is the case, that's ridiculous for a console. And if Xbox, of course, they're going to step it up. And some of these guys are really hesitant about it. Okay, just picture this. Imagine a world where every game on this new console runs perfectly, right? Runs great. You don't have all these crazy PC optimization issues, which are not nearly as bad as they were even 3 years ago, okay? So if it's not horrible on PC now, for the most part, in a lot of different areas, of course you've got issues. It's not going to even be close to that on a console, especially with Xbox Live and PSN certification. So if all these games ran great, why would you not want to have the option to every 3 years, 2 years, go out and buy a $150 external GPU, if they do include USB-C to enable that functionality, to get the best of your games? I want Xbox to be the best place to play, and that means better graphics to me. 60 frames, mainly. 60 frames is important. And I just think that if they do this stuff, there are no negatives. If you want it, it's there. Christmas, Mom, go buy me this shit for you fucking 10-year-olds that don't have the money. That's a badass Christmas present. You just quadrupled the power of your favorite console. So, I don't know. I'm just all for it, and I don't get why people are so hesitant.
I got a quick question.
We got to spend the money.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't know. Somebody told me at work that like 2 nights ago. I don't know how the rumor, how true it is, but I don't know if it's Razer or another company, a manufacturing company, are coming out with external video cards?
It's already been out
It
for
may be
AMD.
raised, it was AMD.
AMD. Okay.
So,
So yeah, if they could do that, dude. I mean, imagine Xbox. I mean, or PS4 or whatever the case may be, can just slap on some extra power.
Yeah, man. They've been doing that for years. You know,
Right.
years.
laptops.
And with Polaris, as I've said before, they're able to cut these price of these GPUs hopefully in half. You're
Yes.
getting a $150 card that's 4 teraflops almost. So, of course, you're going to be able to squeeze that into a $350, $400 box and make
Right.
profit on it.
Price point. What you think the price point might be? I'm
It
thinking.
ain't going to be no higher than $400. If Microsoft have learned anything,
Right.
Sony had
I think there's going to be two
$100 per year.
SKUs. I think there'll be two SKUs: a $400 SKU and a $500 SKU.
Could be.
Yeah.
500.
Yeah.
You know what?
But
Actually,
just
they
keep
are
in
working
mind,
on
everybody in the comments worried about the SKUs, and everything is backwards compatible. It's all running on Windows 10.
Yeah,
Xbox, Windows 10. Your X1 games, everything will work.
that's
So
that's
if you
the
want
thing.
it, it's there.
People say, "Oh, it's gonna give my Xbox One games." Universal Window app, it scales to everything, so they can go as high as they want, and it's not gonna affect the lowest common denominator. You
That-
know,
Right.
so
You know, definitely, you guys are. If you kept the original Xbox One, you're going to be in the majority for a long time. Your shit's going to surely work and be optimized just fine.
Yeah. Well, that's like I said, you know, DirectX 12. But listen, let me get my man. He's kind of quiet here. Game. What are your thoughts? You know what I mean? As far as you know,
Hear me?
like I said, what do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? Do you think, like, first of all, what's the landscape? You said you're in New Zealand.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Like, what's the landscape like, as far as gaming in New Zealand? Like, you know what I
I
mean?
mean, it's more or less like in the USA.
Okay.
It's like 30%, 40% Xbox here.
Mm-hmm. And the rest for PlayStation. Hello. Hello. I can't. You guys can hear him?
No, I don't hear nothing.
Hey, game. I don't know if you can hear us, bro. You done went out, man. But anyway, we come back. I think this is connection.
Alligator chewed through his mic cord, man.
Yeah, somebody got his ass. Pac-Man got him.
Dingo got his cord.
I don't know, but we'll fuck. Hey, Ding, you're in Canada. What's the gaming landscape like there in Canada?
I'd have to say 60-40, 60 PS4, 40 Xbox here.
So what? So what? Nintendo ain't got none in the pie?
Yeah, the kids, but not the gamers that I know now, man. They're not really.
It's
messing
in the
with
margin of
Nintendo.
error, 2.5%.
Yeah, they're not really. They're not really
I know
they're not
just
messing
by
with it.
walking in GameStop on a regular basis when I do go, or Best Buy, I mean, it's PS4 everything. And it seems like even sometimes you look at the whole planogram for GameStop, Xbox is like sometimes way in the back, like all Xbox products.
But you know what it is? It's the sales reps too. Like the other day, I went into it's GameStop here. No, it's EB Games here, but I think it's GameStop in the States.
Oh, shit, you still got an EB there?
Yeah. So I go in there, and the girl's talking to some customer about Xbox One, and she's like, "Yeah, the PS4, you know, does its games at 1080p. The Xbox does the games."
Guys, 1 second, hold up.
Yeah.
I think. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I think this shit is. Wait, man. I was hearing like 5 different conversations at one time. Oh, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know, Jesus. I don't know if they heard that shit was like 5 different conversations. What the hell? What? I'm sorry. Maybe it's just on my end. Maybe because my man Game dropped out and came back.
I think he's back now.
Yeah,
I said it, but I heard like 6 conversations coming through the mic at one time. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Whoever was talking, proceed. I'm sorry.
No worries. So I'm inside a GameStop, and she's saying, "Oh yeah, the Xbox One does 720p, and the PS4 does 1080p." That set me off, and I had to.
But you know what, bro?
Dang,
but not to cut you off. That's been Microsoft's. I keep telling these guys. That's why a Slim doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever.
No.
I don't even know where this Slim shit came from. Because you're taking the same problems that you have in this big ass box, right, and put it into a smaller box.
Yeah.
Let me break this down for you in layman. People that keep talking about this Slim shit. Right now, the Xbox One is $350. Am I right?
Yeah.
It went back up. It's $350, right? So say they come out with a Slim, all right? Because right now the console is $350, right? They can spend the R&D, right? So they got to get their money back, shrink the goddamn box, right? And Your biggest competitors came out with a console that's damn near 4 times as powerful as your console for $400 fucking. So you want to put who the fuck is going to be checking for an Xbox Slim when you can get a console that's damn near 4 times as powerful as that for fucking $400?
That's what I was saying, brother.
Nobody.
Like, for them to pull that off, they literally have to be in a league of their own with a price that's not even close to the Neo. It need to be $200. And for the
When
Slim
did
lovers, you're
Microsoft
gonna
really
get
do
the
that?
Slim. You're gonna get the Slim lovers, but it's gonna be more powerful.
Yeah.
There you go.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something that was again. And listen, I don't want to try to be as vague as possible here, okay? From a conversation that I was in, say about 2 weeks ago. All right, I'm gonna go back to the same conversation, not to be on some weirdo shit, but I'm gonna go back to the conversation. I sent it to crap. But let me go to my inbox for crap. Hold on. No, actually, you know what? No, actually, I can just go by even with Ding because, like I said, I've heard things, and this is something that Ding that you sent me the other day too. I'm gonna read this here, what you sent me the other day. You know what I mean? Now, a rumor that came out in 2014 that Microsoft was working on several SKUs of the Xbox One, a low-end range, a mid-range one, and a high-end one. Now, according to the FCC or whatever the case, that Microsoft is working on 2 different versions of whatever said concept hardware. Okay. Now you sent me this the other day, Dean. Said my guy that works at MS says the Slim is coming with a new hardware that's all he know right now. He said that the people want a slimmer console but with more power, and Microsoft is aware of this, and they will deliver. I think 2 boxes, one with just digital and the cheaper one with 4K Blu-ray HDR playback, both with stronger GPU and CPU, would be epic. Microsoft used the new Zen CPU from AMD, which is supposed to be as powerful as an i7 and an i5, and then uses a new Polaris 8 Plus with 8 teraflops plus GPU. And it's crazy that you would send me that because I heard something similar to that in the conversation I was in about 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was just a fly on the fucking wall. I'm gonna tell you guys, I bullshit you not. I swear. And I don't really want to lose my job as a good friend of mine. When I started doing YouTube, just follow me. I started doing YouTube in 2012. I may have had 43 subscribers, if that. And I guess back then, I guess to everybody, it's crazy for me to have such a small channel back then. I was already messing with the who's of whoever on the YouTube when they say the crumb side of the community. You know what I mean? Because especially back then, like I said, when I say I stumbled upon this, it blew my mind that you had grown ass men playing the fucking Wii. There was a real thought. You had Dr. Loose 281, all these fucking weirdos fucking playing the fucking Wii. It blew. I said these motherfuckers got. I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't even know what the word trolling was. I found about all this shit on the internet. Trolling. I said, what the fuck is trolling? Like, what the fuck? What did I have to be broken in on like all the internet slang words. So now now I'm at the par. I can talk the internet lingo with any fucking body. But I didn't know about any of this shit. I'm speaking to joke off the streets. Like these motherfuckers clowning. Are they fucking serious? Fucking Dr. Trey, he's shooting his videos with the PlayStation 2 iToy. And I swear to fucking God, if I'm lying, somebody can piss in my dead mother's coffin. He made up some shit called the Wii Dance. And some shit, I'm like, yo, this is a grown ass man with a receiving headline, and this motherfucker in the mid-30s. This motherfucker sleeping on a twin bed, doing a dance about the fucking Wii. Yo, I was in this bitch in tears, man. Yo, son, and when I say I was fucking bugging, so right away I said, I'm gonna do this shit right. I'm gonna start clowning these jokers. So that was my first. I was all about teasing these Nintendo dudes or whatever. And
Right.
I'm a silly joker, my damn self. So by me doing that, people started hitting me up. And one guy was like, "Hey, I work for such and such." Of course, I didn't believe him. Like, I'm gonna think, but he was cool. I'm like, this motherfucker, like, you ain't got a lot to kick it. And then I became cool with him on Skype. He said, "Yeah," I said, "You don't believe me?" I said, "No." I said, "No, I didn't want to be rude." But I got cool. I started playing games with him. He said, "I'm gonna show you this." We switched. I've been had a Facebook account, but the only reason I made a Facebook account to be real with you was for Rock Band or one of those games. You got an achievement for making for tweeting. That's how I made a Twitter account too, for tweeting out something and putting something on Facebook. You got 5 for each or something along those lines. So Anyway, I became friends with him on Facebook. So, I didn't really have any pictures in my profile, to make a long story short. So I'm starting to look at his fucking pictures and shit. We became friends. And I'm seeing him working at his desk, and I'm seeing big, I can't say what game, a certain a game character in a game, like a life size. Now you go inside GameStop and they had those posters, cutouts, or
Yeah,
whatever the
cardboard.
case. Yeah, that they used for promotion, whatever. Some of those were for promotion, and some of those like some real life figurines. I was like, and again, I always say this. I don't look at developers or anything like those. I don't look at them as rock stars or celebrities. Like it's not a big deal for me. Like, you know what I mean? Some people do. Like I said, I don't really tweet anybody because I know I get not saying I'm anybody within this internet shit, but I know I get 1,000 tweets a day, so I can imagine what Phil or whoever what those guys get. You know what I mean? And I just treat them like regular Joe Smo. So anyway, so they used to give me little stuff and about, hey, you should do a story on this. You can do a story. This is what's going on. So that's how my little, my stuff started to build up because I was talking about shit that what nobody was talking about at the time. And I noticed that the bigger YouTubers were subscribed to me and they would take my stories. And of course they would get more spin off their shit. Maybe I may have had like 200 fucking subscribers or something. I remember I did a story, what nobody talking about this, that Microsoft was looking to buy fucking Sony. And this came from this guy. He gave me this. This came from this guy here. And what nobody talking about it, Microsoft was looking to buy Sony, but King Kuragi at the time was opposed to working for an American company because, like I said, they lost a lot of money with the PlayStation 3, or just period. At one thing in the article, they were saying that they were worth $140 billion like 10 years prior. And then they were down to like every year the price was down to like 20
man,
billion.
it's kind of fucked up how people accept that racism. Not working. I don't want to work for an American company as a Japanese guy.
Yeah, that's what basically what he was saying. Basically, they were saying. But anyway, but he was giving pushback. But they gave it. Then they gave him that red fucking PlayStation 3, made his ass step down. He's not there anymore. You wonder where the motherfucker's going. You know what I mean? Just to be honest with you, all the bigger, like I forgot the guy named Stringer. All those, I think it was something Stringer. All those guys in America, like the big wigs in Sony, are all fucking American. You know what I mean? But anyway, make a long story short, so I was getting the story stuff from him, and so that's like I said, you'd be surprised who watches your videos, like and they used to get a fucking kick out of me, like yo, you fucking crazy. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So any little thing like as far as DX12 or all that shit, like I said, that came from that same person. I'm like this, like I said, I'll tell you something like this. What I heard, like this motherfucker doesn't have any reason to lie. Like I'm not talking about room with, like I said, like this is law, like it is what it is. But anyway, like I was saying, back to even with as far as the developers, I forgot what I was talking because I had to say so I can't say it. I got to tell you guys off the air. I'm gonna fucking let the cat out the bag. I'm sorry, but again, I'm sorry. Like there is no pushback. Basically, what I'm trying to say, there is no pushback because, like I said, they're all on board. I remember was an article was saying that. He told me himself, he said, this before the consoles came out, that Ubisoft and I think Konami and somebody EA was saying that this generation is not going to be a very long generation. And I think and then the problem is that a lot of gamers just got their consoles with their 360 and the PS3. They may have been 8, they might have been 10 or whatever. That's like their first console. So they used the console lasting 8 or 9 years. That's not normal. You understand what I'm saying? But they lost so much money. Both Microsoft too, the Red Ring of Death, and Sony really bet heavily on the 3D thing, and 3D and Blu-ray and the cell, and it didn't pan out for them. And like I said, that hurt the industry more than anything because when the PS3 and the 360 came out, that they had their top of the line GPUs and CPUs for that time, and that shit would never happen again. This is the only way by every 3 years or so, whatever, that consoles can kind of catch back up with PC. Because they waited so long. You understand what I'm saying?
Because we came out behind.
Yeah,
so far behind the curve. You know what I mean? But that should have, consoles would never have the top of the line GPUs and CPUs again. It will never happen because they had 9 years or whatever. Like that's unnatural. Like just think about it. There's still support. Listen, there were no losers last generation. You had one company sell over 100+ million. You have the PS3 with 90 million. The Xbox 360 with 90 million. There's never been that successful ever in history. Usually when you got the Super Nintendo, that was it for the NES. You know what I mean? When you got the Xbox 360, that was it for the OG Xbox. When you got the PS3, that was it basically for the PS2. Now that's why we haven't got that wow factor because of that fucking cross-gen developing and all that fucking remasters. That's been the fucking issue. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But it is what it is, though. But Game, you're back with us now. Game,
Yeah,
you there?
man. Yes,
Okay, I can hear you now.
to
Cause you
answer your
got on.
question about the scenery.
Yeah, like what's the layout? What, like, what people? I'm actually. Are you? Like, first of all, are you excited about new consoles? First of all, are you excited about that?
I'm very excited, man. I'm like you know, faggot that like gadgets. I'm down with everything
Faggot that
tech
loves gadgets.
that's new, you know.
That,
The
that
more
he is
power,
lying.
the
I ain't
better.
Keep it real, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Faggot that loves gadgets. That's me. But okay.
Faggot love gadgets.
So you don't see what the not seeing well any gamers that would be upset or whatever the case may be or why they should be upset.
Some gamers will be upset because they just bought a PS4 or an Xbox.
Okay.
On the long run, they will still buy the more powerful hardware to get the better looking games.
Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah. You know what I mean.
The
And
versions, the old
they did
versions,
wait
are gonna be
3 years to
cheaper.
finally jump on ship, right? So
Yeah. But it is what it is, man.
it's
But
like waiting till
okay.
the last month to buy the new iPhone before the next iPhone's about to
Yeah,
come
Exactly.
out.
that still happen.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And
I
then bitch
I
about
mean,
it.
good point. But I can see what some people may have just got the 360 2, 3 years ago, and it
Yeah.
still feels new to them. But shit, you got to realize I had that shit since 2005, 2006. I couldn't
Hmm.
wait for some new shit to come down the pipe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's flip it here. You got
Did you
what's
buy?
going on with the Washington Post and Uncharted. With these, if you don't know, fill us in the game. What's going on with I see you did a video on about the Washington Post. You did that?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. This is a great one because a lot of these idiots are saying it's satire and this, and Red Dragon already broke this down for some of you bitches. He done crushed all of you. All right, you cannot argue. It was a real review. The guy, Washington Post, do not issue numbered scores in their written reviews, but he did submit a 4 to Metacritic, which they did. Something happened, but basically, long story short, they got it up. The guy didn't like the game, and you you guys petitioned like little bitches to get it taken off the internet, which is fucking sad.
Jesus Christ.
There is no damage
That's
control.
to the
That's not.
nine, you
You
know.
can't say anything.
Not only did they petition, they sent him death threats.
What?
Yeah.
Death threats because he
Oh,
gave
man.
Of course.
Fucking
I mean, the
opinion?
rape threats are on the way from the guys that are still in dial-up.
I heard they
You know
wrote a
what?
letter to the President Obama.
Yeah, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, with shit like that, that's why I say that Sony's, because it's always fucking the Sony fans, man. I won't even say Sony fans or Sony gamers. You have there's a bunch of these are the same type of motherfuckers that threaten the actress from Tomb Raider with rape. You know what I mean? When
Yeah, this is some sad shit because EA just came out today and said Battlefield 1 Xbox exclusivity deal with their marketing is not going to, piss off the Sony fans. If that were on PlayStation, would they have come out and said it will not piss off the Xbox guys? You get what I'm saying?
Never.
The
Yeah.
double standard.
Wait, so
Because they
EA
know
said
the
that
guys
EA
are going to
said
cry
that-
like bitches.
what did EA say? They said it's not going to piss off the
They
Sony
said
fans.
they said Xbox One marketing deal for Battlefield 1 will not upset or piss off Sony fans.
Wow.
And what I'm saying is, would they really do that if it were the other way? Would they give a shit about the Xbox guys enough to say that?
Like,
No, because we don't go fucking crying like bitches about everything when it comes to,
Like I
petitions
was
and shit.
watching Angry Joe's video about the reaction trailer to the Battlefield
Yeah.
One,
And he was instantly disappointed.
this faggot, he fucking at the end of the video, he's like, when they show the Microsoft at the end, EA access only on Microsoft, he went like a little smug, like, dude, come on, dude, like that bothered
It's
you,
Microsoft, man.
I know.
You know what? Why? Because he panders to his audience. Just keep it real. It is what it is. But I'm just saying, this overall, when gamers, when I don't even say gamer, weirdos, I call them professional fucking weirdos.
Right.
Internet dick suckers and dick lickers. Come on, big time suckers. When they do stuff like that, it gives gamers a black eye period. But I don't know if they ever think all gamers are weird. I'm
Right.
getting fucking 40 years old. I'm still Mario. I'm still fucking Princess around this motherfucker. You know what I mean? So they already look at gamers as being us being a little fucking off any goddamn. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? But when you do stuff like that, like come on, god damn.
Your whole audience is walking. He wants to influence everybody else. I mean, it just leaves a bad taste, man. It's just
Yeah, you sending the guy fucking death threats. But that's what I'm saying. Sony needs to come out And that's
But
what I'm
that
saying.
was
They don't
one
say
guy.
nothing.
Was it a big thing because it was watched in post? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more people that hate this fucking game.
No, you know what? The Washington Post. Somebody else gave it a low score, and they wanted it to. Who was it? It was another fucking article.
Mm-hmm.
One article said that fucking Uncharted. I'm sorry, that Quantum Break was better than fucking Uncharted. And you know what I mean? They were, but they wanted that guy from Washington. So the reviewer from Washington. They wanted his review removed from Metacritic. You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
You know, and with the way Sony fanboys have been, it could be that Washington Post fucking knew that you guys would whine like bitches and give them a million clicks.
Oh, exactly. The minute I heard about it, it was already on most popular YouTube channels immediately.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
well,
But that's sad though. It's not even funny. Listen, that fucking fan base is toxic. You know what I mean?
It's bad.
I said, I'm just being honest. I told you guys that, if Microsoft, the same position, I know that they are, but, if they just say they don't come out, they just come out with a slim this holiday season, or whatever the fuck they come out with. And I'll probably get the majority of my multiplayer everything on the PlayStation 4 Neo. I like graphics. But I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to play with them motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers is weird. Like, them motherfuckers. Like, bro, I bullshit you. Now, I'm gonna make this into a video. Like, I cut my PlayStation 4 and I go through my fucking message. My gamer tag, if you don't know, on the PlayStation, well, I only have one on the PlayStation. But I have two on my Xbox because of the fucking weirdos. But I have one on my PlayStation. My gamer tag is Zaire. That's my public fucking gamer tag is Zaire. And when that's, let me check my fucking messages. And I'm going through my fucking messages, yo, and I barely be on the fucking PlayStation 4. And the reason why, because the PlayStation 4, the PS3, and the Vita share the same network. You understand? So when you're online with one, you're online with the other. So my daughter at the time, she was using my fat PlayStation 3 to watch Hulu and Netflix and all that shit. So I said, let me just go through. I went through my messages. I'm like, you fucking faggot, Xbox, only fucking things on Netflix. They were cursing.
Oh, man.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, man, did you at least spell the insults right? Because that'd be a plus.
Oh, that'd be great.
Like, I want you to fuck my grandmother. She died of AIDS, you black. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers is bugging. So I let my wife read this. She's like, yo, what's wrong with them? I said, I don't know. Motherfuckers is ponies. These motherfuckers is ponies, man. But hey, thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you feel about this Washington Post thing? What's going on? What are your thoughts?
This guy has a right to his opinion. If he didn't like the game, he didn't like the game. Not everybody's gonna like the same thing. You know what? I like coffee, man. I like coffee sometimes. You know what? A lot of black people don't like coffee. Mm-hmm. You know, so I have the right to an opinion. I have the right to like something else that someone doesn't like.
Dean. Are they really black? And those type of motherfuckers that black people don't like. I think I look at them as motherfuckers that sit down and piss and drink fucking tea with their pinky out. Hey, you corporate cocksuckers! I'm sorry. Shout to my Hard 8. I'd like to give a shout to my man Hard 8 Gaming, aka I grabbed that nigga dick, you corporate cocksucker.
Hard 8.
Shout that man out. Sorry. So get back.
Shout out to Bond. Shout out to Bond too.
Yeah, shout out to my man Bond.
He said he was a fan of the show. I actually talked to him about that. So that's
Sensei Duck Feet. Shout my man Addict Dwell out, man. My man
Badger Bond 5000.
Yeah, Badger Bond 5000. Stalker Bond. You motherfucker, take me out to the ball game. Dildo head, motherfucker. Shout out to my man Bond, man. He had to bury his fucking 2560 Ti's, man. Shout out to Bond. And shout out to the corporate cocksucker, the Dingaling Grabber. Shout out to the Dingaling Grabber, aka corporate cocksucker, man. Well, man, I'm sorry. That cut you off, Dean. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Shout those guys out. They watch the show. They're fan of the show.
Yeah, the hardcore ponies, the hardcore PlayStation fans. These guys, they're so entitled. Like, you have to see it their way, and if you don't see it their way, they scream and bitch and moan and
that's the 90s crime, you know.
And write letters and petitions and troll all the forums.
They be bugging with that fucking change.org shit. That's usually be used when motherfucking need a kidney and some shit in the hospital. And the hospitals denied them.
Some real shit.
I don't know. Last time I checked, gaming was a good way to let go of tension, to escape your world, to just have a
They
good
bring
time
it.
and have
That
fun.
was the last generation.
These guys, I don't know, they take it to another level. Death threats? Come on, death threats for gaming? What's wrong with you, man?
You know what's wrong with them? They some cold big cocks. No more.
I always thought that was interesting, you know, talking about corporate cocksuckers when they're constantly sucking off Gabe Newell. It's amazing.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is, though. You know, you can't. You know, I don't know. Like I you know, that shit is just some weird shit. Like I ain't got enough time in my day to write nobody anything. Like I don't give. Like gaming is a hobby and not my life. And I think some of them motherfuckers need to unplug for a little while and just go out and smell the roses, man.
Yeah,
Throw a
man, get some
football,
fresh air.
motherfucker.
Get some fresh air.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Talk to somebody. Shit.
Like them motherfuckers
Get
is
some
weird.
vagina. Shit.
Like
Fuck.
one pony did a video threatening Showstopper in the shower. Coach
What?
D. Yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah, he did a
that's
video
dope.
to threaten Showstopper in the shower, washing up. You know, Coach D. Yeah, these motherfuckers is weird, bro.
Wow.
Hey Z, did you ever see that video I sent you when that dude was talking shit about all you guys?
Oh, you talking about my man? That
Art-
guy. Yeah, I think he's a little slow.
Artificial?
I think that guy's a little slow or something. He has autistic with the
Hey.
white guy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he was autistic and some shit. I think that what's that guy? What's that big popular YouTube?
Who?
Feely or Flinky or my
Flink.
God, what you said his name was?
Flinky Dinks.
Yeah. He did a video about him. It was that guy there, and I think he got some shit. The guy's like autistic. You can tell
Yeah,
something.
dude, he's just sitting there playing Warframe for like 17 hours. I'm like, bruh, really? Warframe?
Wow.
You not even playing a real game.
Wow.
But like I said, man, like this internet shit, you run across some characters, man. You run across some funny motherfuckers, man.
I was just happy that he watched the video, man. Support. Thank you.
Yeah, and I swear to that. I said, like I said, if hater is nothing but a fan, that just don't know it, man. And I just say fine. Like, I don't. When they make thumbnails of them funny fucking memes about me, I take them and use them as thumbnails for my videos. Like I don't give a fuck.
Dude, that's how I
You
actually.
made some thumbnails for me. Good job.
You know, like it was Mooch. You know, Mooch got this new thing. They own Mooch now. I'm gonna block them all. I'm like Mooch, like they don't do nothing but fucking make another goddamn soccer account. Like I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like hey, fuck it. You know.
Yeah, 'cause
The best way to deal with a troll is to ignore a troll. That's the best way. They just die.
I don't pay.
Oh, yeah. They
I
just
like I like to kind of crush them in the comments, and then you've got a few that don't realize their shit's hidden from the conversation in the comments because all they do is they're racist towards people or they say horrible things that's just not appropriate for video games, and you'll hide their stuff in the comments. They don't realize it. Like you deleted my comment. Like you're just an idiot and you just don't know it. And I'm sure some of you just figured that out.
Right.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man. So we got we talked about the Washington Post. We talked about what you said? The EA said something. What did EA say? I mean, on dealer.
EA said they speculated on the consoles, which is I thought I said this in the show, but I guess not. Yeah, they were speculating as well.
We talked about it.
They said normally during a generation, developers are kind of weary of new consoles, but they said that if Microsoft do this, basically, that they count on them and doing it in the way that they're doing the backwards compatible 360 games. Everything, of course, as I've said several times in videos, is going to be backwards compatible from now on an Xbox platform. It just works. So they can release 10 consoles. Everything is still going to work. One game will work for everything. So they're still selling, more and more. And you're just getting more and more as a consumer if you choose to buy the new stuff.
Oh, so that's EA went to record and said this. Okay. So what else? Okay. Yeah, we kind of talked about it in the whole. I didn't know EA actually went out on
yeah, they just kind of said they're not worried about it because they feel like Microsoft's going to do the right thing and do the backwards compatible. Of course, they already know. They already know, as I said before. They already know what's happening.
But I know the games with gold is killing it right now.
Oh yeah, the games with gold. You know what?
Some good deals, man.
That's why I tell people that
Sony,
competition is good because Microsoft wasn't doing games for gold, until that was a good high point for PlayStation Plus or whatever, the games for gold. I mean, whatever, whatever call they give you the free games. Then Microsoft, and yes, the games for gold have been better than, I don't even download the bullshit.
I'm like, what the fuck are you giving me? I don't want this. Shit. It's tough. Like there's not that. I mean, for the longest time when I when I first got my PlayStation before I bought another one. I mean, you would hop on there and you would look at the PlayStation Plus games and you just sit there and just pop on Netflix, man. I mean, it was terrible. And then I check my friends list and I'm like, God damn, 16 people are on Hulu and Netflix right now. I guess they in the same boat as me.
Yeah.
Well, PlayStation is the #1 device for Netflix, right?
Yeah, it is.
Of course, right? All these people talking like yesterday talking about we don't want nothing. We want a cell phone that only makes calls, right? You know, your platform's #1 for multimedia.
Right.
Oh yeah, at the end of the day, no one just plays games on their console. Oh, good. Look at this shit here. I don't know if you guys have EA Access, but EA just put out something. It says other publishers want to include their games in EA Access and Origin Access.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
That's cool.
And they just announced too that it's going to be free the week of E3. So you know they're going to drop some big titles in there so everybody can get on and play them.
But that's bananas, though. Imagine getting, I don't know, give me a big game. Grand Theft Auto 6 in EA Access.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Was it $5 a month or some shit like that?
You pay for the year. I think.
Don't you get greedy, EA? $5 is $5
$24
is as much as you're getting, man.
You can pay $24 $30 for the year.
Yeah, $30 a year or $5 a month.
Yeah. $30 a year. That's you're paying for 4 months. That's it.
And you can get it on PC too. You can get some decent titles on PC with it, like the new SimCity, Dead Space 3, things like that.
Yeah. And I like that they give you 10 hours. 10 hours of the complete game.
Yep.
The cheapest and all. The cheapest and all.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how I knew not to waste no money on that dog shit.
So when Madden drops, I get it like 5 days early. I got 10 hours. I can play online with my buddies. Yo, dope.
Yeah, they getting that on. We about to get the Madden. I don't even buy Madden anymore. I just get it free in my EA Access.
Yeah, pretty much me too.
I always said, man, they should come out with one standard Madden for like 3 years and just update.
Yeah, man, just push an update to it.
Yeah.
They can improve the graphics through an update.
Yes.
It's the money, man. It's the money. Every single year they're making $100 million on this game.
The reason why I'm going to be real with you, I don't buy Madden anymore because of there's no competition. The EA doesn't have an incentive to give us a better football game. You know what I mean?
And they knew they were
faster
behind.
You can
They knew they were falling behind too, man. That's why they did it. They knew 2K was catching them easy.
Dude, they need that ESPN back again. If 2K get that cracking again, oh man, I'll be all for it.
Hey yo, I did have one bad prediction about that Joe Montana football. They trolled us all with that shit. That shit was a cell phone game. Like, wait, hold up, and I had to play this shit for myself.
That was funny though, man.
Hey, listen, but the way it was like, come on, man, legal, like, damn, like, could you imagine Microsoft would have got behind in front of that shit? That would have changed the whole goddamn console generation.
You notice how nobody cared anymore when it was a cell phone game, Sony guy.
Yeah,
right. Right.
Shit, like my God.
But you guys, anybody get to try see anything else about what's that shit called Morpheus or Sony VR?
I'm sorry. Oh, okay, we can talk about VR. Well, first of all, you're new here. How do you feel about VR, bro? Are you on board with this?
I tried it. I went to the Sony experience. I tried a little bit of it. It's pretty cool. It's just, man, it's just. Like, I would be more on board for something more like the Vive where you can move around your space.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much as using your head as a, your looking stick. You know what I mean? Like, if it's just me with a controller in my hand and I'm just moving with the camera in my head, that's not really, how you say, like, you're not really involved. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the HoloLens, I think that would kind of bring another world into games.
That's AR. That's putting the football game on your front room table.
Exactly.
I think that's some dope shit.
I think that, I mean, to sit there and say you playing a scary game and somebody come through your fucking wall or some shit. Like,
that's the AR this shit there. Like, that's
like putting the game in real life. That's not putting you in the game.
Yes, I think that they need to really push that, or
I think the price point. I'm just be honest with you, Microsoft. That's one thing. Their Surface tablets, they're very nice, but they're costly. You know what I mean?
The Microsoft Surface tablets are amazing.
They are. They're nice.
They're amazing.
For them to be adapted by the masses, you know what I mean?
The price point's high though.
It was someone was like that last one that came was like $2,000. What's that shit was called?
Yeah, it had like
the book you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a detachable GPU actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, it's really nice. But come on, the average Joe Smo, It's not expensive.
And two, keeping it real, HoloLens was developed in coordination with NASA. I mean, this was never really meant for gaming initially.
Oh no, it's not.
It will obviously be adapted, but it's gonna be expensive. That's some Minority Report shit right there.
I think it's gonna be minimum $1,000, man.
Yeah, I think it'd be around $1,000.
I think that's what they're trying to do now is probably ensure that it can be in every home. Maybe they can dumb it down some type of way for a console.
They sell it to some companies. They get it used in the industry, and that will bring the price down because they produce more.
Well, they said it's supposed to come out in the Windows 10 launch window, so supposed to come out within. I don't know. If I had to, I don't know. It's hard to say because the devs have it now, so they're developing games, and like I follow a few different YouTube channels, and they put some of the stuff up, and it looks amazing. But there's a few things they need to improve on. They need to improve on the field of view. It looks good. Everyone's the same on it. It looks amazing, but the field of view just needs to be bigger.
Yeah. The thing I wanted to say too is the thing. I don't know. I'm gonna ask all you guys this because I hope I'm not the only one that seems crazy. But I always ask my friends about, this thing I saw back in the day on YouTube. It was something like during the 360 generation where it kind of was a HoloLens, but it wasn't. Like it would.
You talking about
Luma Room?
That was nice. That was nice. I'd have been just like Kung Fu fighting. What's fastest? A lot of y'all can see my big. I'd have been cutting up in that motherfucker. That was nice. That Luma Room. Like, you imagine if I'd be like, incoming! Fucking man got the gear, that shit on your walls. Now, I think that was some next generation shit.
Yeah, that was cool, man. Yeah. That was cool.
That will be the announcement at E3 this year.
Well, they said they scrapped it because the cost was too expensive, right?
That projector would be pretty. That projector would be hundreds of dollars by itself.
I don't give a fuck, man.
But in actuality, if the HoloLens had a bigger field of view, it could do that.
Yep.
Maybe they might merge the two.
And it's Gen 1 HoloLens, of course, it's going to get better.
Oh, yeah.
HoloLens has Kinect technology also.
But I'm sure there's going to be a HoloLens for the Xbox and a HoloLens for the PC, and then a HoloLens for like enterprises.
That's another benefit too of upgradable consoles, brother. You can use Oculus Rift if it has the processing power to do that.
Yeah,
so,
it's true.
Now my question for the tech savvy dudes in here. So say if we do get a powerful Xbox, how's that gonna work with the cloud?
I ain't even worried about the cloud, man. I've never been a proponent of the cloud myself. I'll believe it when I see it in full force.
The cloud is real. The cloud can be done now. I had a conversation with. I went to. It was like an early screening for Assassin's Creed, and they had like one-on-one sessions with some Ubisoft people, and they told me that the cloud stuff can be done now. The only thing stopping it is people's internet.
That's what I'm saying.
To keep up, yeah.
That's what I was saying on the last show, is that it will never become a primary source of compute power for a console. Not for a very long time, until people have 150 meg across the board. That's why I'm thinking they're just going to rely on local hardware like they really should. They could use the cloud to augment things like they have with Forza or Titanfall or Crackdown's. The best use of the cloud we've seen. All the Sony guys saying the cloud wasn't real are biting their tongues now because Crackdown just bitch-smacked you last year at E3. And this year they're going to show you even more. So that was real cloud compute in real time.
Yeah, Crackdown, from what I'm hearing from people that said they've seen it, is that it's going to blow our minds, man.
It'd be interesting to see the data requirements. I know the Xbox One requires 1.5 megasecond really to be functional online. I wonder if they're going to try. I don't know how they would do that, but
I was reading some papers. I can't remember the papers now, but the data requirements very, very, very low. I was so shocked at how low it is.
And it's getting better all the time, I'd imagine.
Right.
Yeah. Like they've cured the latency. Like if you have let's say at least 40 megabytes per second internet, you should be able to do the cloud compute no problem. But the problem is that you got some people in rural areas that they have really bad internet, or they don't have it at all.
And it's not even their fault, man. It's providers are not being forced to stretch their broadband across the country like they should. But if anyone can do it, it's Microsoft. There's a reason their game stream 1080 60 PlayStation Network's games are 720-60. They've definitely got the best infrastructure for this, and I'm sure they'll knock it out of the park when they do release it.
But at the same time, should us gamers be held back by the people that have bad internet though?
That's
Should I have to?
You are the minority, though. Believe it or not, you are the minority.
In Canada, most of us have really high-speed internet. We have like 1 gigabyte. I just don't want to pay the money for it because it's an outrageous amount. But we have 1 gigabyte per second internet here.
Mm-hmm.
So
countries still have data caps,
No, we have unlimited here too. We have unlimited. Whatever plan you have here, you pay like $10-15 more, and you have unlimited access. So you can go bananas.
It used to be metered really badly over in Canada, and I think they fixed that a lot.
Yeah. So you can get unlimited now. I don't know how it is stateside. I know like the big cities like New York and like LA and like Chicago. I know those big cities have good internet. I don't know how it is like out in the outskirts.
A lot of people now do not even use the internet with their Xboxes.
Sorry?
That was the big. I said, am I breaking up?
No, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Oh, I said a lot of people now, even now, believe it or not, are just not using internet with their Xboxes. And
how? Jeez.
I don't know. They just aren't. If you look at the active accounts on Xbox Live every month, it's just not. It's not there.
But why should gaming not move forward because of these people? I'm saying
they can do it. They can do it. I'm just saying it will never be a primary form of compute power for a console because of that. It'd be cool if they added a layer of compute over maybe for those that have the bandwidth. Like, hey, here's a little extra for you. But I think that's possible. And maybe like
1 or 2 games, for now.
Yeah.
So Crackdown's coming. So I guess that's the first game that's implementing the cloud format, right, or the cloud service, or whatever.
Cloud compute. Yeah.
That's the first game.
Titanfall had like an AI compute with the cloud, kind of like AI profiles from the cloud. But yeah.
To me, right now, the best use like currently of the cloud is with Forza. The drive avatars are amazing. The other day, I'm like racing. I see Zaire in front of me. I'm like, what the hell? Smashed his ass off the road.
Take that, Xbox.
We got Forza players in here. I know Dealer plays a whole shitload of Forza. I played it for years. I just got off because everybody quit playing.
Yeah, Forza has like ups and downs. It always has.
The thing that kind of turned me off, honestly, I used to play Forza for 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day.
Damn.
The thing is that kind of set me off was just the microtransactions and all those little things. It kind of made it feel alienated.
Forza 5, yeah, that was like it was annoying. But in Forza 6, you have so much money before you even start the game. They give you all this money through Forza Hub.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they give you so much money. It's not even funny now. So obviously they know they're trying to fix it.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't know that. See, last one I played was Horizon. I love that game, but
I don't know why, but Forza Horizon. I love Forza 6. I do. I love it. But Forza Horizon, dude, that's my shit right
Just because you don't want to be glued to a track, I get it. I
don't know. It looked. I honestly tell you, it looked prettier. It looked prettier.
You think so? I don't think so.
I think it looked better, but the frames per second obviously were better in Forza 6. But because they cut back on the frames, they were able to crank up the graphics more.
Yeah.
The weather in that game is better than Forza. The Forza 6.
Yeah.
The
rain in Forza 6.
And the music was dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zaire, you got one of those skunks under your house or what, man? Where'd you go?
What happened to Gran Turismo? That shit got murdered.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking.
You guys are talking.
Oh shit! Hold up, y'all. Yo, I'm talking and shit. I ain't know the mic was muted, man. My bad.
Oh, you think you were the Xbox Live party?
No, Hard 8 just called me, man. He just threatened to break. I'm gonna pull this dick.
Who was on the phone with you, Kida?
Me, you called me, cocksucker.
How many times have you done that in the Xbox Live?
Now, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm just talking and talking. No wonder. Yeah, I was just talking over me and shit. But I'm sorry.
These guys are rude.
Nobody respects me anymore.
Yeah, I'm like,
put some respect on my name.
That's it, man. Say what this?
We finish or we done?
Yeah, or we finish or we done. You know what I mean? Put some respect on my motherfucking name around here. But listen, it's been an hour. We usually do an hour and a half. It's been about an hour and a half. Thank you guys for coming on today. I hope to see you guys next. Usually do a Monday. I mean, so we usually do it. Sorry, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. You bring back the usual stuff. My man, what's my man here? Hey, Gabe, you gotta get you a better motherfucker. Mike, you motherfucking like you in the back of Target ripping up boxes.
A new one for the next time.
Yeah, something,
There you go.
Get you paid for 5 more megs of upload and say what the fuck going? You like you in Igloo or some shit in South Pole.
Wanna buy a 4K headset? Deal.
Yeah, like
A
something,
4K.
I don't know what the fuck going on, man. But listen, thank you guys for rocking out with Xbox Beast Fire and bacon grease. Bacon grease. Woo! Yeah. There you go.
Okay, guys. See you guys.
Yes.
Bye.
Who? What happened?
You still live, brother.
Yeah, we out of here, man. Xbox Beast Fire, man. So, thank you guys, man. And remember, if your grandmother got a fat ass, give her my number.